Hello everybody, Josh12 back here again with another video, and I'm here with another DC Talk video. I'm here to talk all things Deathstroke. Yes, the DC news train continues with a whole bunch of fucking awesomeness, and I'm here to talk all things Deathstroke. But before we get into that character and who's playing him, let's talk about the Geoff Johns and John Berg article with the Wall Street Journal and everything that has to go with it. Now, when it came to this article that came out recently, I have to say one thing. Geoff Johns is the man. He knows his shit and he knows what's going down, which I really appreciate. He was talking all things Batman Superman controversy, Justice League, Batman, and of course Deathstroke, most importantly, the main topic of this video. But the thing I take away from this article and what Geoff Johns and John Berg had to say about it, which is essentially the universe as it stands is not the right way. I feel like what I take away from it is that Geoff Johns understands what the universe stands for at this point in time and knows that that's not the right way. That's not the DC universe, and what the DC universe should be is something more hopeful. What DC has stood for at this point in time, which is the wrong way, which is dark and gritty and whatever the fuck else was going down, for a more hopeful, more just real life kind of just levity. And I like the fact that Geoff Johns seems to be heading towards that scenario. I love his thoughts. I love his personal perspective on the backlash and controversy of Batman Superman and the, I guess you can say, future of Justice League and what can be seen in the future post-Justice League films. And I like that. I love his comments. I love his quotes. I think they're awesome. If there's anything I take away that's more or less a negative, has to be his thoughts on the controversy regarding Batman and his controversial brutality and murder within Batman Superman Dawn of Justice. I'm sorry, as much as I love Geoff Johns, I really have zero faith in Zack Snyder's ability, no offense, but his ability to address the controversy of Batman killing in Justice League. I'm just saying, like, Zack Snyder had a job in Batman Superman, which was address the controversy in Man of Steel, which he really didn't do a good job at. It was pretty much just swept under the rug for more controversy on top of more controversy on top of biblical controversy. So, at the end of the day, even though I don't feel like the addressing of Batman's killing will be that relevant in Justice League, I do like the idea that Geoff Johns understands that that was stupid and that they should move forward from there and not go backward to more killing. So, with that being said and done, Geoff Johns is the man, and I love the fact that this universe, or at least the perspective I have, is having a metamorphosis. It's getting a big change up, and it's moving and having a large departure away from what you can call the Snyderverse and more of a Johnsverse, which I think is the right way to go. No offense to all the Snyderites out there, or whatever the fuck you want to call yourselves, but I think that's the right move for Warner Brothers DC and fans of all kind for DC Films' future to head away from that and go more towards a Geoff Johns-y DC universe. But with that being said and done, let's get into Deathstroke. Now, Deathstroke was recently released to be a part of the DCU with Ben Affleck's social media networks. He released test footage, and we got confirmation that Deathstroke will in fact be the main villain for Ben Affleck's solo Batman film that Geoff Johns is also co-writing and co-producing with Ben Affleck. Now, at the end of the day, I love the idea of Deathstroke being a main villain and being a part of this universe, but the big question was, who's going to play him? And apparently Geoff Johns confirmed that Joe Manganiello, actor Joe Manganiello, which I hope I'm saying his name correctly, which I know I'm fucking not. However, with that being said, he is apparently going to be the Terminator. He is the man behind the mask. He is the badass himself, Deathstroke. And I have to say, thank you, Geoff Johns and Ben Affleck, for making that happen. I am not hopeful for the DCEU, but I love the idea of where this solo Batman movie continues to head. And I love the fact that they did this, because Joe Manganiello is an awesome actor, he's a good dude, and he's been working so hard to try and be a part of these big franchises, and the fact that he's been ripped off so many times and fucked over when it comes within the superhero genre, it's cool that he's finally gotten in there. Now, for those of you who don't know, back in the day when it came to Superman Returns and Man of Steel and superhero movies of that kind, back in the day Joe was in the shortlist for these movies, and he always got fucked over or the role was taken away from him multiple times. But he has been apparently confirmed to be Deathstroke, and I love that idea. Deathstroke is an awesome character, and he deserves an awesome actor, and I love the fact that they got Joe. For one, he has the right look, he has the right build, he has the right talent, he has the right charisma, personality. He has everything I would want, and I'm sure all fans would want when it comes to Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. For me personally, he is the best choice, and I love the fact this is probably the best fan casting for an actual DC film since Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So at the end of the day, thank you DC, thank you Geoff Johns, and thank you Ben Affleck for making this happen. This is really fucking awesome. If there's anything I personally hope doesn't happen, which is when the Batman movie does go into actual production and starts filming and shooting, I really hope they don't take the role away from Joe like they've done to multiple other actors and Joe himself in multiple other superhero roles, which I hope doesn't happen. And also on top of that, I will admit that it is kind of suckish that Joe's not going to be a superhero character within a superhero film. However, if they play their cards right and they write the character Deathstroke correctly, there's a lot of possibilities you can do with Slade Wilson, his extended family, and what he can do within the DC films, whether it be Suicide Squad, Justice League, or Batman solo stories. So, and hopefully they don't do the normal Batman thing to do, especially within this universe, which is to fucking kill him off. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but at the end of the day, Joe Manganiello playing the role of Deathstroke, the Terminator, Slade Wilson, is a perfect casting, and I have no qualms with it. I'm super stoked about it. But let me know what you personally think in the comment section below. What are your personal thoughts on Geoff Johns' interview with the Wall Street Journal regarding Batman, Superman, Justice League, Batman, and of course Deathstroke? What are your personal thoughts on the future of the DCU? And of course Joe Manganiello playing Deathstroke in Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie as the main villain. Let me know your personal thoughts in the comment section below. But with that being said and done, shameless plug time. Follow me on Instagram at Jock12. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Jock12.